The wife of 25 years seems to avoid spending time with me, and I'm not sure how to fix this. Advice needed. I just found the podcast and that brought me here. Using a throwaway, and I've changed a few details to keep things anonymous. For about the last year, I've 50M been feeling like my wife, 48F of 25 years, doesn't want to spend any time with me. If we do spend time together, it's practical like running errands. But if I suggest something one-on-one, it's almost always a no. Some examples. I asked her to go on a walk. She said she was tired from work. Later that evening, she was on the treadmill getting her steps in. A Broadway show was coming to town. I asked if she wanted to go, and she said she heard it wasn't very good, and maybe we should wait for the next one. A few weeks later, she texted me at work that her friend had an extra ticket and she was going that night. A friend mentioned it was too bad we couldn't use their lake cabin. I had no idea what he was talking about. Turns out he offered it to us the weekend before, and my wife told him we were busy. We weren't. I suggested watching a game together. We're both fans of the team. She said she wasn't in the mood. When I went into our room at halftime, she was asleep with the game playing on her tablet. I should add she makes time for her friends, and we still go out with friends and spend time with our adult kids together, but if it's just us, she shuts it down. I brought this up to her and told her I was feeling pretty lonely. Initially, she brushed it off and said that couples don't always do everything together. When I pressed and said we almost never do anything, just the two of us, she was open to talk about it. And we agreed we both needed to try to engage more and communicate better. It's been a couple of months, and we have been taking the dogs for a walk each night, and I have tried to step up effort on my side by initiating more in-depth conversations. Buying her little gifts and doing acts of service, both are her love languages. Things have gotten a little better, but it feels a little routine, like each night there is a schedule of eat, walk the dogs, spend 15 to 30 minutes in the same room together, and she finds a reason to retreat. I have tried to plan a couple dates, and to her credit, so has she, but she has found reasons to cancel or reschedule at the last minute. Finally, what drove me to posting? We were going on a weekend trip with several other couples. Before we left, I wrote her a note telling her much I was looking forward to spending the weekend with her and how much I appreciated and loved her. I left it in her car in the morning with some of her favorite candy. I didn't hear from her all day, and when she got home, I got a thanks for the note. That was sweet. Are you ready to leave? During the weekend away, when we were with our friends, she seemed happy and engaged, but when we were on our own, she wasn't interested in doing much but scrolling on social media. I probably set my expectations too high for the weekend, but I was really disappointed by how it all went, and it reinforced my feelings. It's like in my dating days when I was into someone more than they were into me. I want to head a question off by saying that I don't think she is cheating. There are zero indications of that. Also, I have cut out a few other conversations to keep this short, but they were similar to the initial one. Has anyone dealt with something like this? How do I even approach this again without it turning into a fight or another brush-off? Edit. I want to address a recurring theme in the comments about the possibility of my wife cheating. I am as sure as a person can reasonably be that this is not the case. I'd explain more, but going into the details would risk hurting the anonymity of this post. I also want to be clear that everything I've written is from my perspective. She could absolutely write her own truthful version that includes things I did or didn't do that contributed to where we are now. She is a good person with a genuinely good heart, and no matter how things play out, I will always love her. She's been getting, and giving, a lot of support from a group of friends who are going through the same thing, the same group of women we traveled with. A lot of her emotional energy is tied up there right now, and she hasn't shared as much with me because she is getting the support she needs from them. I am glad she has people to lean on. She said she is physically and mentally drained a lot of the time. Most nights she feels ready for bed right after dinner, but doesn't usually get a good night's sleep. She has been working with her doctor to try and find some relief, but they haven't been able to find the right solution yet. Hearing all of this gave me some new insight, and I realize I have some research and learning to do so I can understand what she's experiencing and support her better. She spends a lot of her day feeling like she is acting normal when she doesn't feel normal. By the time she gets home, she doesn't have the energy to act anymore. The thought of this weekend really overwhelmed her. Once she got there, she just didn't have much energy for anything beyond the group activities, and scrolling TikTok was her way to shut her brain off and recharge. She didn't really understand how everything was affecting me until I brought it up a couple of months ago, and she's really been trying since then. From her perspective, I seemed fine, and she wasn't getting the feeling like there was something wrong. I'm a pretty stoic guy most of the time, and it's very common for people to misread my mood. I can't count on my wife to read my facial expressions and body language. I need to use my words. None of this fixes our problems, and we still have things to work through together. We've both taken each other for granted, made assumptions, and haven't communicated well, and that's something we need to change. For now, we're trying to focus on better communication and being patient with each other, and we're planning to try a counseling session or two to see how it goes. Thank you all again for the feedback, questions, and support.